Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about AgoraLend.xyz. Now this project, as you can see, the next price increase is going to be in 6 days and 20 hours and 7 minutes. And this is a lending protocol, and it's also EVM ERC20 token as well. And it allows you the ability to unlock liquidity beyond traditional DeFi, and it becomes a yield generating asset for you too as well. You can connect your wallet using your Ethereum address to be able to participate. And as you can see here, the listing price is going to be at 0.005 cents. And when you look at the amount raised, they've almost raised closer to $500,000 already as they continue to secure liquidity for the protocol. And you can see here the pre-sale vesting schedule is 0% at TGE, and there's going to be a 1-month cliff, and then there's 25% monthly distribution that will be put into the designated Ethereum address. Right now, what is AgoraLend? Right, so this is a fully decentralized lending protocol designed to democratize DeFi access. Right, so in a nutshell, if you need collateral, or if you want to put up collateral to be able to get and generate yield or liquidity, this is a protocol that you could be utilizing to be able to do that for you. And you can see that you can generate virtually any EVM-compatible asset without gatekeepers, complexity, or centralized approval. So this is a multi-chain solution. So for anyone that has any EVM assets within any particular chain, whether that's AVAX or that's Ethereum itself, or that's BNB and the plethora of others, Base, etc., you can utilize this protocol for that, right? So you can see some of the features that they have. They have the permissionless asset listing, which basically allows you to list your token without having to ask for permission, right? So there's no gatekeepers for that. And then you have the dual lending models. So they have the P2C and the P2P. So the P2C is a peer-to contract where it allows for automated liquidity pools, providing frictionless borrowing and lending. Interest rates dynamically adjust based on supply-demand curves. And then you have the P2P, which is direct with an actual other human, right? And this is tailored for less liquid tokens or highly customized borrowing requirements, right? So you have two different ways in which you can engineer your lending and facilitate that. So then you also have the yield on idle tokens, right? So any token holding into a yield generating asset, AgoraLend transforms that and then deposits any token to earn interest through minted deposit tokens that automatically accrue yield based on real world lending activity, platform revenue, turning idle holdings into productive assets as well. Then you also have the secure over collateralization. So safety and stability is one of the things AgoraLend promotes. And so every borrowing transaction requires careful over collateralization, typically 40% to 60% loan to value rate. What does that mean? So let's say that you let's say you had like $100,000 worth of a particular token. You would need to at least be only able to borrow up to 60% loan to value, meaning that you only be able to get around 60,000 USD from that, right? And so that's what that's alluding to in that loan to value ratio, right? So you can't go overboard in terms of the collateralization of you being able to borrow $200,000 on $100,000 collateral, because that would be over 100% loan to value rate, right? You'd only be able to do anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60%, right? And then also you have the adaptive interest rate curves as well. So this utilizes adaptive, algorithmically driven interest rates, right? Models that continuously respond to the market conditions. So it's going to automatically adjust the interest rates based off of the market conditions for you. And then also you have the proven security and audit infrastructure, as well as the multi-chain compatibility. And so you could see here that they have core leading contracts used by, they have Quant Stamp, and you have Sherlock here too as well. So you know that this protocol is secured. When you go to the tokenomics, you can clearly see that they have 50% for the pre-sale, 10% for liquidity, mining incentives, bounty program they're going to be having too as well, security reserves, insurance fund, liquidity pools, partnerships is going to be 10%, and then you have community giveaways and airdrops is 5%. And you have a total supply of 4 billion tokens and 40% of the protocol revenue allocated to buyback and burn, which is going to create a supply shock and increase the prices organically, right? And you see here they also have a CertiK audit as well. So another very important thing, because CertiK is one of the top auditing firms in the space. And so you see here, the token utility, they're going to have staking rewards, fee distribution, ecosystem incentives, and buyback and burn mechanisms. And they have LP lockups too as well. You can see what some experts are saying here on this YouTube channel. We won't go into this, but this is a crypto YouTuber and they have a pretty big following. And you can see they've been featured on multiple different big firms like MEXX, right? Or MEXC, right? And then you also have Bitcoinist and Benzinga, Business Insider, and so on. And if you see here, you can see how you can look at all the directions of how you can go ahead and purchase the token, right? So they have all the instructions here for you too as well. We won't get too much into that. They also have a roadmap. So they have a token pre-sale, community formation, initial smart contract audits, testnet, launch, etc. and etc. So you guys can go ahead and check all of that out. They also have a white paper too as well, so you can look at it in more detail with all the technical documents. And I do hope that you guys like this type of content. If you do, stay tuned for the next one. And if you do like AgoraLend, please go to agoralend.xyz. Remember, you have 6 days at the time of this recording to be able to purchase the token. Stay tuned for the next one. And